नमस्ते एवरीवन एंड वेलकम बैक टू द न्यू वीडियो। मैं हूं आपका दोस्त निखिल और आ गया हूं लेके पार्ट 2 ऑफ द BYD Sealion7 का ओनरशिप रिव्यू। पार्ट 1 पे बहुत सारा प्यार दिखाने के लिए गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच, लव यू फॉर दैट। अभी ये सेकंड पार्ट स्टार्ट होने वाला है। अगर नहीं देखा है तो जाओ, आई लिंक पर है यहाँ कहीं पर, पहले फर्स्ट पार्ट देख लो और फिर सेकंड पार्ट पे आ जाओ। सेकंड पार्ट उतना ही धमाल होने वाला है जितना फर्स्ट पार्ट था। याद रखो गाइस, मेरी जो ओनरशिप रिव्यूज होती है उसका मॉडल एक पॉडकास्ट के जैसे होता है, जहां पर सिर्फ और सिर्फ ओनर से हम उस गाड़ी के बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं, ईवी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और जनरल एक पॉडकास्ट की तरह हम करते हैं। तो नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको वीडियो देखनी होगी, आप वीडियो को सुन भी सकते हो। अगर ड्राइव कर रहे हो, कुछ कर रहे हो, तो वैसे ही अमेजिंगली इंटरैक्टिव हम बनाते हैं। होप आप एंजॉय करोगे, होप आप प्यार दिखाओगे। यहां पे कट करते हैं विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी फर्दर टाइम। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड, लेट्स गेट गोइंग। We will definitely talk about some of the cons and some of the areas where Molly sir is not happy with, not the car or not the brand, but
the service. I'm not happy with the service. I will tell you one thing.
Let's just talk about it then. Let's just get
Mahindra has done good thing in that. I really appreciate their thing. The moment anyone goes and books an their EV car,
yeah,
before they could even car is been allotted, the survey teams comes home, and sees that the whole thing is strengthened.
Right.
Basically, what will happen is apartments today. It's a big problem. Is most of the apartments they are not allowing the charging points.
Correct.
That is one thing that will be sorted out. Government is also
working on that. Yes.
On that.
Yeah.
As far as old houses, like mine is a 10-year-old house.
Right.
I have a 7.5 kilowatt power.
Okay, single phase.
No, three phase.
It is three phase.
7.5 kilowatt.
Okay.
So now these people, BYD, they will only send the survey guys after your invoicing is done.
Okay.
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 After your invoicing, see what will happen is when you buy a car, it is a joy which you get inside.
Right.
Yeah, bring home.
Right.
Now, okay, now you think that your 7.5 kilowatt is sufficient.
Right.
And they ended up giving me a single phase 7.5 kilowatt charger.
How is that possible? I mean, how can they give a single phase
7.5 kilowatt charger?
Because what I understand.
Now, what has happened is my power was divided into two, 3.5 or whatever it is.
Correct.
When I installed, third day my line got burnt.
Obviously, sir, that
till now, this 8,000 kilometers, maybe 2,000 kilometers, I might have charged at home. Rest of this thing, I'm charging outside only.
Yeah, so I also want to talk about it, but first, let's just talk about the seriousness of this matter.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody is buying an EV, it is utmost important for them to first understand whether they have an infrastructure to charge the vehicle at home or not.
Definitely. They should at least know what exactly required. Minimum any EV, at least home fast charger, home AC charger is 7.5.
So did you not speak to the dealership and raised your concerns?
I spoke to, and telling that particular EPSICOM, whatever the
EXICOM,
their service is so pathetic. You call 10 times, you will get connect.
Yeah.
And they say that we have taken your token, and the token never comes.
But because BYD doesn't give chargers of their own, they give third party.
Third party.
I mean, like Tata, what they do is, even though the charger is third party, I'm taking an example of Tata because I have first hand experience. You still can connect with Tata Power and they will help you with the charger. But not with the BYD.
No.
So it has been 2 months.
Now after okay. Now the cost of the charger is okay within the car.
Yeah.
Now I have to buy another 11 kilowatt charger now. It's going to cost me around 40,000 rupees.
Is this car capable for charging with 11 kilowatt AC charger?
Yes,
It is,
it
right?
is capable.
Why the company is not giving?
This is what I'm telling you. No, see, forget
And it's
about
an 82 kilowatt hour battery pack.
forget about ATA 3,
Yeah.
forget about Seal or
Yeah.
dynamic cars.
Yeah,
I'm talking about when they give a premium car,
correct.
they should know that what is the extent.
Right.
And that 7.5 kilowatt only charges at 5 kilowatts per hour speed.
Correct. Absolutely.
5 kilowatts, I need to wait for 15-16 hours.
For it, and that's my whole point, guys. It's an 82 kilowatt, and not just this car, any car. You need to also make these calculations just by going for a 79-80 kilowatt hour battery, not having the correct infrastructure at home. You're gonna get a headache for yourself.
Yes.
Because when you actually have to charge your car with the 3.3, let me just take that example, the 3.3, which will actually charge the car at only 2.6.
And I want to emphasize this, saying that in case if you are charging at home, it is the cheapest.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're charging at home, it is less than it's around 1 rupee and odd.
1.5,
And
depending.
if you are charging outside, it is 4 rupees.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
When you compare with 4 rupees, your an hybrid car is enough. No, correct. Use 20 kilometers mileage.
Correct.
That shows around 5 rupees per unit per kilometer.
There is a small input to that, if I may, Molly sir. When you say 4 rupees, at home, what I have seen, and it all depends on the performance of the car. This is a performance-oriented car.
Yeah.
Correct. So what happens, guys? Understand this. You need to understand the difference. When he says 4 rupees, that is for this car. Why? Because let's say for a 80 kilowatt, he is paying 20 rupees per unit.
30 rupees.
Or 30
Outside,
rupees is
30 rupees, including GST.
correct. So again, some of these charges they charge too much, sir. It's not right. Ideally, it should be under 20 rupees, should be per unit cost. So let's say if it is 20 rupees, just for the sake of calculation, 80 units, which is 1600. And if you are getting a range of 400, then it becomes 4 rupees per kilometer. This car claimed range is around 600 and
No. This is 530.
530. If you get more range, that cost comes down. So it also depends on how much. For example, if he's getting 300, correct, range, because of the performance that he's deriving from the car, वो cost भी ऊपर जाएगा.
ऊपर जाएगा.
तो ये भी समझने की बात है. बट आप घर पे चार्ज करोगे at any day cost सस्ता होता है, जो आपके नहीं हो पा रहा है. You're not able to charge the car at home, right? So what are you doing right now? What is your charging practice?
I'm strengthening now. I've taken additional 15 kilowatt load now.
Yeah.
And I am putting a 15 kilowatt rooftop on my house.
Solar.
Solar. So my power
Zero.
tank is sorted out.
Yeah.
It's a zero billing. It's going to be
Correct. And just to understand more, what is your charging pattern and charging behavior? Currently, what do you do? Do you always charge it to 100% or what has the company told you?
I charge it to 100%.
Where are you charging it?
Initially, that 15 days, whatever I charged at home, it is 100%.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I charge it outside, it is 100%.
So are you always charging it with a DC charger?
Now it is DC charger.
So every time you're using the DC charger to charge this car?
For this blade batteries, there's no restriction.
So has the company made it clear, because there are some talks of, if you do not give an AC charge after every 4 DC charges, the warranty might get lapsed.
Like that. They have not spoken anything like that. Literally.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, talking about the best charging behavior, I've always said that after 3 to 4 DC charges, always do one AC. But in his case, it's a little difficult because उनका घर पे
नहीं अभी 2 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा.
2 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा, तब तो AC charging ही होगी. And you'll be using the 11 kilowatt obviously, because then in 8 to 10 hours overnight गाड़ी जो है वो charge
जरूरत नहीं है. But what I want to say is,
no, my point, sorry to interrupt, sir.
I travel long when regularly.
Exactly, and that's my point. How frequently do you need to charge?
I travel at least weekly 3 times. I mean weekly 2 times for long drives, at least 500 kilometers.
Correct.
So I should be always ready with my charge.
So at least every second you have to put your car on charge.
Yes.
Correct. Which is that's what I'm trying to understand, guys. 9,000 kilometers in 2 months is not a joke. And it's not that whether it is long drive, city drive, whatever drive, a drive is a drive, number of kilometers, a number of kilometers. And with the way it is going, he will probably complete the 1 lakh mark in, let's say, 2 to 3 years, max to max, nothing more than that. So this is what I'm trying to say, that the dealerships, let's just come back to that. The dealerships needs to be more responsible.
They should educate. See, selling should not be an USP.
Yeah.
You should educate people.
Correct.
What is the basic requirement?
Absolutely.
Because what will happen is between the inquiry and the sale, at least 10 days difference will be there.
So what is the
No.
dealership?
Nobody will know immediately buy it. That in the 10 days
Yeah.
they can go back home and they can strengthen. They can decide
Yeah.
whether they should what is required.
So what did the dealership say when you told them
They
that
don't
this
tell
happened?
anything. No, they don't tell anything till now.
They did not take any
Yeah,
responsibility
they are
or
talking about we
accountability.
will do. We will think. We will talk to the vendor. What vendor? Nothing has happened till now.
Yeah, see, but how does that affect your ownership experience about the
I
vehicle?
want to see the vehicle is absolutely good. I'm telling you,
Full value for money.
Full value for money. But this, what are add-ons? No,
Yeah,
this I think it is a headache.
yeah,
I definitely, because what will happen is most of the people we are in a motor segment
Yeah.
where a lot of friends are all wanted.
correct, correct.
I will definitely don't recommend this dealer or the BYD for that case to my other friends.
Right,
Why should I?
correct. No, obviously, see, this is what happens. No, your ownership experience gets tarnished once. It stays with you for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it takes time to for that impression to also change, right? And chalo, theek hai. I mean, this is not right. What? And this a lot of
No. I only want to tell that
Yeah.
it's not that only dealer case. I also went to I want to educate the masses saying that when you are ready to buy an EV,
Yeah,
please be ready for other things also.
correct.
What is the infrastructure? Gaadi leke, if you
Right.
don't have a home charger,
Correct.
then it is not that economical compared to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. And but what about the space? I memean, like people, have you ever sat at the rear seat or
No, maybe when you drove, I only sat or else.
on the co-driver seat?
That's all.
But my friend Akshit is right here. Now, अपने चेहरा निकाल भाई तू पीछे से. Akshit is right here. So, what about the space behind you? I mean, can you just capture? You have a camera in your hand. Can you just capture the space that you can see, leg room and everything?
There is a massive amount of leg room. I have at least 6 inches in front of my knees.
And that is because I am like completely मेरा seat पूरा ही पीछे होकर रखा है.
No, it's absolutely wonderful. The knee room and the shoulder room is pretty good.
What about the suspension when you're sitting at the rear seat, and how is the suspension?
Can't feel anything. It's comfortable. Everything. All the touch points are soft.
Yeah.
The armrest is pretty soft, comfortable, and it's at a right angle. It's
So if
not
somebody
bent
had
down.
to tie a blindfold on you and just made you sit inside the car, cover the BYD badging and everything,
Yeah.
and just ask you that how much do you think this car is worth, the one that you're sitting in, what would you say?
I wouldn't be able to give it a number, but again, the feeling is amazing.
Yeah.
At least a 50-60 lakh plus car.
Abhi, you can take that thing.
Yeah. Super. Let's just do something. Let's just do a 0 to 100. We'll ask Molly sir to just bring the car to a 0 because abhi rasta kafi sundar khali hai. Let's see the thrust of the car. Let's go. Oh
God,
my.
It pushes you back into the seat.
Literally, I'm
It's
like,
a plane taking off.
oh God. And at 130, 140, the control on the steering is so good. I've driven this car. And how about the body roll and everything, sir?
0. Absolutely.
No body roll.
No.
And the ground clearance, again, let's just talk once again about the ground clearance.
You've seen it went on the rocks.
Yeah, I'm surprised. As I'm saying, I keep emphasizing on ground clearance because a lot of people are actually just talking about the ground clearance. Ki bhai, kam hai, 170 is not capable. It is absolutely capable,
Yeah.
right? And just look at this again. He's gonna push it and oh God. So if you see, we are at quite a high speed, but obviously we are safe. I would not never encourage any one of you to be at that speed. But yeah, the point is, it is fast. It is fast. The G-force is absolutely real. आपके पेट में गुदगुदी होती है जब हाई स्पीड पे गाड़ी निकलती है. Crazy. Okay, sir. There are a couple of more questions that I wanted to ask you. सबसे पहले तो this car is feature rich. सबसे पहले what I want to know is about features. How is the AC performance?
Very good, very good. Absolutely.
Peak summers.
Peak summers, we are almost. I've been to recently Gadag.
Huh.
The temperatures are around 40, 43, 42 degrees.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
AC performance super. What about?
Because when you open the glass, you feel the heat.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, but I don't normally open the glass.
And what about Akshit? You're at the back seat, and how's the AC performance for the rear passengers?
It's at the right angle. You can point it to your face as well.
Yeah.
So I would say it's not cooling your knees only, which most of the cars do.
Yeah, so that is also important, right?
Yeah.
We just talk about the driver and the passenger, but the rear seat passengers are also equally important. And we talk about suspensions. How about this screen? Because this is just not like the other BYD. This screen is, yeah, and of course this is customary. I hope you're recording.
Yeah.
Okay, just so this is. Let me know. Okay, I'll do it again.
Do it again.
So this screen is trademark BYD, right? But the quality is, I feel, a little better than your the ATO 3
Yeah.
that they give, because I believe this is also LED.
It's a higher resolution.
Yeah, this is also QLED, if I'm not wrong, and the 360-degree camera performance and everything of this car you already saw is brilliant. How about the steering response? What about the steering response when you're driving?
Every mode it changes.
Every mode it
Every
changes.
mode it changes.
So when you're at low speeds, it's easier to.
It's easier. When you are in, especially in Eco Drive,
Yeah.
it's superb. Normal regular is fine.
Yeah.
And the sports, it's hard.
So let's just now talk about the range of the car. So the company is claiming 530,
30.
and realistically, which mode are you generally driving on?
I'll do in normal standard mode.
The standard mode with region at high or low?
Normal mode. Sorry, it's called normal mode.
Normal mode. Okay.
Region will be normal.
Okay.
I don't go for high because it's like you'll be shaking like.
Correct. Correct. I
Every
understand.
time it's like braking.
So how much range are you getting with the normal
city
driving?
It is 430, 440 is comfortable.
But that's not bad, no, for an all-wheel drive.
And highway for me it is 400 now.
400.
400.
But if
For my
somebody,
type of driving.
and I have seen, and you have seen his type of driving,
Uh,
he's an enthusiast, a true, you know, rally person.
And I even got 200 also.
When did you get 200 range? On
When
this?
you went to 260 and you came back,
Yeah.
100 kilometers gone.
When you went to 260, oh, you mean the
The
speed?
moment you reach 260 and you come back,
Yeah.
your 100 kilometers mileage is gone.
Is it?
Matlab, it consumes so much power.
Yeah, and it consumes 500 kilowatt
530 kilowatt at the peak.
at the peak performance. But see, again, if somebody really wants performance, they should not really be looking after the range. And if somebody wants range, will this car give them the range?
Definitely. Definitely.
And what, according to you, is the ideal range a car should have?
This car, I'm talking 400 is enough, boss. Because I stay in South.
Right.
East Coast, West Coast is both 400.
Correct. Correct.
Single charge, I reach both the coast.
Okay, tell me something. When you say you do 1,000 kilometers in a day, how many kilometers at a stretch that you drive this car, and how many times you have to charge it?
330 once I charged.
330 at a
Once I
stretch
charge-
you go.
Once I charged.
Right.
And then went to the destination, which is another 150.
Yeah.
Finished the work and came back at 300.
Yeah.
Again, charged the same
Same
charger,
place. Yeah.
Came back home.
How about the chargers? I mean, because it's a 82 kilowatt, do you
see-
look for high?
Basically, I looked for it. Around 60 kilowatt charger is.
Guys, don't come out of the sunroof. See, if you see these kids are just, when you just saw, this is wrong, guys. Please do not come out of the sunroof. Don't make your kids come out of the sunroof. Drive responsibly, drive safe, follow traffic rules. I mean, what is going on? Sunroof should be banned. The sunroof should be banned. People are not getting this education. But anyways, just coming back to the point. So you were saying that,
60 kilowatt charger
yeah,
gives me between 52 to 53 kilowatt speed.
okay.
And 120 kilowatt charger gives me between 100 and 90. 100 kilowatt speed to 90 kilowatt speed.
Got it. Which is obviously faster, but how many 120 kilowatt chargers are actually there?
On my way, that route where I regularly go,
Right.
there are 3 chargers like that. where the regular buses comes and stop.
Right.
Charges.
Okay.
So there.
Okay, got it.
30-40 minutes you finish up
Understand.
charging.
One thing that I've been really wanting to ask, and guys, it's more like a podcast than an ownership review. I've already told you that I always have a quality conversation. If somebody wants to get information from that, you do. Otherwise, if you feel bored, you can simply skip forward or skip the video. Up to you. But what I wanted to understand, you have been a rally and off-roader throughout your life, right?
No, not to. Since 8 years, I can say.
Chalo, 8 years, fantastic. It's a lost, found love and passion for the car. 8 years is not a short time. It's still a long time. And you have been you have been in that mode of चलो आज निकलते हैं, गाड़ी निकाला, पेट्रोल डाला, डीजल डाला, चले गए. So now that you have come from not wanting to really plan the car, now you have to plan your trips.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
The EV. How about this transition?
So see, what will happen is, yes, it was a sort of a range panic mode was there initially.
Yeah.
Then what I did is I make my travel in such a way that the first breakfast point is going to be a first charge point.
Yeah.
Which is already done 300 kilometers in the morning.
Right.
I started 5 in the morning.
Right.
By 9 o'clock in the morning, morning I am charging my car.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to understand, that this whole planning thing, because you have to plan your trips.
Yeah.
Unlike normal ICE engines, where where you want to, whenever you're hungry, you can stop and take those breaks. But with the EV, you have to plan. So when you actually sit down to do that planning, look into the app. Which apps do you use?
I use an EV joint developed by a friend.
Okay.
EV joint. It is not a charging app.
Okay.
But an app to give an information about all the charges.
Understood. Just like PlugShare.
PlugShare. PlugShare is not basically this EV joint is. Whenever you find a new charger, you call that guy.
Right.
He'll immediately add it. For example, our Bangalore Bescom is called E-Mitra.
Okay.
E-Mitra is just 5 rupees 50 paisa per unit.
Which is ideal. Ideally, it should be like that.
Only 5 rupees 50 paisa per unit plus GST 6 rupees only, for example. Right. We have 60 charges in Bangalore.
So why don't you do something?
I have informed him, he added that.
Yeah. So that's again fantastic. So the adoption, the EV adoption, which you feel is happening, it's very rapid. What do you think is an ideal EV right now for the masses, not for the high end? Like this is a high end car, but for masses, what do you think is a good car, a decent car? If I have to give you an option between the MG Windsor or the Tata Curve or the BYD, the BYD Atto 3 Dynamic or the Mahindra BE6, because I think they are within that.
I don't like the whole Mahindra, the new two vehicles shape. It's bakwas.
Okay.
I don't like.
Fair enough.
Or else if Mahindra comes with something like an XUV 700,
which they are
coming, then it will become super hit.
Yeah, because the tech is good.
It's
no problem nahi hai.
Super hit. And दूसरा अभी आ रहा है our Harrier.
Correct. What about Harrier? What are your thoughts?
Harrier, my friend drove that vehicle.
Yeah.
Dr. Fahad.
Right.
Who's my, we all do off-roading competitions together. Yeah. And it is a 3 times Rainforest Challenge winner.
Yeah.
He drove that onto the Elephant Rock.
Yeah. Dr. Fahad drove it on the Elephant
Rock.
Yeah.
So he told its capacity. Now, getting inspired, I drove this rock on this rock.
Yeah, I understood now.
I told my vehicle is no less than that vehicle. So let's prove.
But that vehicle is half the price of this vehicle. But then they have given that 4-wheel capabilities for off-roading capabilities. I think they have done a very good job.
Yeah.
I have personally not driven that car yet, but I feel that it will give a lot to the users.
Definitely, because the price factor, they are looking at top end at 31, 32, 33. Yeah. It's the best price.
But if I have to give you a choice between Harrier and the XCV9E,
Harrier
this aside,
XCV9E, no. I'll say Harrier is better because XCV9E, the shape, somewhat.
Let's not just talk about the shape because that is very subjective. To looks is very.
But when you talk about XCV9E, BYD and XCV9E is both same.
Yeah.
You talk about this interface.
Yeah.
100% same.
I know because see, I can't speak about this personally on the video, but I know for a fact their battery, their tech, and I don't mind it. See, Mahindra, we all know, they are known for getting what is the polished word? They derive inspiration from other vehicles. Let's just not समझदारों के लिए
Like a
इशारा,
music director fix the music
बस
from
ठीक है,
other.
समझदारों के लिए इशारा काफी है, करेक्ट. तो मुझे पर्सनली वो कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आता है. आई लाइक क्रिएटिविटी एंड ओरिजिनलिटी, एंड क्रिएटिविटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मी. And the moment a company is dependent on third-party vendors for their spare parts, that's where the red flag comes up for me. टाटा को मैं thumbs up इसीलिए देता हूँ कि जैसा भी है टेढ़ा है पर मेरा है. उनका सब कुछ उनका ही है मोस्टली, राइट? सो चलो अच्छी बात है. But then again, thank you once again, Oli sir. It was a pleasure catching up with you. And if Akshay, do you have any questions, please? Because I am just in awe of this car and his personality, and the knowledge that I have got from Molly sir is unmatched. But yeah, anything that you'd like to ask?
How do you keep yourself from using up the battery all the time? I mean, how do you stop yourself from using all the power that this car can give?
No,
All the time. What makes you stop?
I'm very simple in that.
Hold on. You take this in your hand and you ask that question once again. Just come in the center, or like just try to face the camera.
Wait,
Yeah.
the question that I wanted to ask was that what makes you stop using all the power all the time? I mean,
No, Akshay, see,
absolute power corrupts completely.
Akshay, it is like having a home food and a hotel food.
Yeah.
Every day, like you don't eat hotel food.
Correct.
So daily, whatever you commute,
Okay.
I compare this car as, for example, even my Volvo XC40 in city, I used to get 12 kilometers per liter in a petrol vehicle.
Okay.
I use the same driving style in this vehicle. I'm getting 7 kilometers per unit.
And 7 kilometers.
7 is 500 kilometers.
500
Absolutely.
kilometers is fantastic.
So I mean, it's like modes that you shift
City,
between.
no, yeah, a mode. I'm in city, normal, eco I drive, or else sometime in normal. Sports I never drive.
Today, all the driving that we did, was that a
Sports
normal
mode.
or
No,
sports, right?
sports
Because
mode.
I would be absolutely bedazzled right now thinking that ये sports mode पे अगर नहीं हुआ तो.
नहीं even normal mode वो भी कोई कम नहीं है.
हाँ.
Okay.
In normal mode 0 to 100 is 6.5 seconds.
Wow.
And that is crazy.
That is crazy. So I mean, probably you don't need modes of the car. You have modes of your own yourself. I mean, one question I wanted to ask: how much do you think weather plays a part in the performance of the car, and in terms of charging?
I don't know. I don't
consumption?
see any difference like that, because the moment I bought Bangalore, rain started.
Yeah.
I have not driven much in the peak summer, so I can't say. I
See,
mean,
as a
too early
person who have driven EV for some time now, LFP batteries definitely have some impact with adverse weathers like extreme cold or extreme hot, right? The performance does drop. But if it's like a weather like the Deccan part of our country, I don't think it's too much of a problem that one should have. Like from Kerala or Karnataka or Hyderabad, जब गर्मी होती है 2 महीने सबकी रेंज गिरती है. नॉर्मल आइस गाड़ी में भी माइलेज कम ही मिलता है. करेक्ट है ना?
By the way, when you're talking about setting up those EV chargers at home, the one with the higher capacity, you also have to deal with the energy distribution company like Bescom, or is it that the dealership does that for you?
No, dealer. It is, you have to do it on your own.
So, Molly sir, once again, thank you so much for this time and experience. I will remember it for a very long time to come. But this should not be the last time that we are meeting.
We are going to meet in Calcutta.
We'll definitely meet in Calcutta, and now I have got more reasons to travel to Bangalore and to the southern part to meet great people like Molly sir and Udayan bhai and Shri Ram. Big shout out once again. So I hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do let me know in the comment section. And मैं मिलता हूँ बहुत जल्द next video में. Till then, take care. God bless. Bye. Love you guys. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and share it. Subscribe the channel. मैं मिलता हूँ बहुत जल्द अपने next video में. Till then, take care. God bless.
जाने से पहले वो
Love you
drone
guys.
shots ले ले. So whatever we have recorded there, no?
So you see, people are gathering over here because पहले गाड़ी नहीं आया ना इधर. पहले इधर गाड़ी नहीं आया. That's Akshit.
Crazy, man. This was one of the best experiences ever.
बिल्कुल नहीं, इजीली गाड़ी चढ़ गई. I mean it's crazy. I mean just look where we are. We are making an ownership review of the BYD Sealion7 on top of a hill in Bangalore. I am from Kolkata. How crazy can it get, right? All thanks to you guys because आपका प्यार और सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, चैनल अच्छे से ग्रो कर रहा है और मज़ा आ रहा है, मोटिवेशन है आपके लिए अच्छे अच्छे कंटेंट लेके आने का, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर हियर. अदरवाइज देयर वाज नो अदर रीजन. ओके, so guys, we are here approaching something that I really wanted to see, Adi Yogi. Yeah, this is nice, so grand.
God, we are going up a 45-degree incline.
45 नहीं,
कम है, लेकिन still it feels like that.
यही वीडियो को शुरू किया जाए. चढ़ रहे इतने ऊपर, वाओ.